All right, guys, today we are going to learn how to do multiplication and division with significant figures. So this is an example video. I'm just going to pull up a worksheet that I've printed out from mathaids.com. Once again, one of my favorite basic math websites. So we're just going to do, we'll probably do the first 10 for examples. So let's look at number 1 really quick. Let me get the correct tools out here so that I can actually write on this document. So number 1, we have 30 divided by 4.1. So if I put this into my calculator, 30 divided by 4.1, my calculator spits out this. Like, it is super long. And I'm sure at that point, your math teacher is going to be awesome. That's totally correct. But this is what we have to do for math with Sig.Figs. So we're going to look at these input numbers right here. Okay. So I've got 30 and 4.1. Notice that 30 has no decimal place on it at all. So this gives me 1 digit. The 4.1 gives me 2. So which one is smaller? The 1. So I really can only post 1 digit. So when I look at my calculator, it gives me 7.317073171, right? Way longer than I can really do. I can only really use 1 digit. So I'm going to look at that 7. I'm going to look next door to that 3. That 3 tells me to round down. So what I can really do is just report 7. That's it. Okay. Number 2, I've got 1.7. I've got 29.792. So let's look at our digits. We've got 2 digits here and we've got 5 digits here. So 2 digits is what we are held to. So I'm going to plug this into my calculator. 1.7 times 29.792. My calculator spits out 50.6464. If I'm only held to 2, 1, 2, then I look at that 6 next door. That 6 tells me to round up. So what I'm going to really report is 51. Okay, let's go to our next one. So 58, I've got 2 digits. 0.3, I've got 1. And 9070, I've got 3. Remember, this last 0 is going to be insignificant because there's no decimal here. So let's plug this in. 58 times 0.3 times 9070. My calculator spits out 1. Whoa. Let's stop. 157818. I can really only do 1 digit. I don't know why it's creating these shadows. That's not what I want. Okay, so if I look at this, 1 digit is the 1. I look next door, that 5 tells me to round up. So there's 2 ways I can go about reporting this. I can report this as 200,000, or I could use remember I have no decimals in here, so this makes all of these zeros behind here just placeholders. So only the 2 significant. Or I can report this as 2 times 10 to the 5th. Okay? So I don't know what I hit, but I'm not liking these boxes that are coming up. Okay, let's look at number 4. I've got 1 digit here, 1 digit here, and 4 digits here. So that means I can only really report 1 digit. So let's put this in my calculator. 30 times 700 times 6004. My calculator spits out 126084000. I can only report 1. So I'm going to look here. I'm going to look to that 2. That 2 tells me to round down. I don't want to count all those zeros to write it. So I'm going to put this in scientific notation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is how many places I'm going to have to move my decimal. So 1 times 10 to the 8th would be my answer here. All right. Number 5. Let's go on number 5. I got 2 digits here. I've got 3 digits here, so I can only report 2. So let's see what my calculator says. 47 times 69.8. I have 3,280.6. So if I look at just the first 2 digits, that 8 tells me to round up. So I'm going to report this as 3.3 times 10 to the 123 third power. Okay. Number 6, let's look at this one. Number 6, I've got 1 digit here and I've got 1 digit here. So I can only report 1 digit. So 40 times 0.002. My calculator gives me 0.08. I should probably put a 0 on there. So putting it that way would work. That only gives me 1 significant figure, or I could write it as 8 times 10 to the negative, let's see, 1, 2. Okay. So I had to move my decimal place to the right 2 times, so that gave me a -2. All right, let's look at number 7. I've got 2 significant digits here, and I've got 3 digits here, so I can only report 2. So 370 divided by 8.85. My calculator gives me 41.807996. So if I'm looking at just these first 2, I'm going to look at 8 to see whether I can round. And I need to round up. So I'm going to report this as 42. Okay. Number 8, I've got 1 digit, and 2. So I can only report 1. So here we go. 0.4 times 0.4 times 350. My calculator gives me 56. 1 digit, that's 6, tells me to round up. So I'm going to report this as 6 times 10 to the 1, or I could also report it as 60 without a decimal point. Either one of those ways of reporting it would be fine. Okay. Number 9, let's change color again. Number 9, I've got 2 digits here and I've got 2 digits here. So I can report 2 digits. So 420 divided by 3.2, my calculator gives me 131.25. So if I look at these first 2, that 1 tells me to round down. So my 2 options of reporting it are 130, or I can report it as 1.3 times 10 to the 2, because I had to move my decimal place 2 times to the left to do that. Okay, last example. Number 10. No, I don't want to design. Okay, number 10. I've got 2 digits here, I've got 1 digit here, and I've got 1 digit here. So I can only report 1 digit. So if I do 0.42 multiplied by 100 multiplied by 7,000, my calculator gives me 294,000. So 1 digit is all I can do. So that 9 tells me to round up. So that's going to make it a 3. 3 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 3 times 10 to the 5th. I could technically write it like this as well, but I don't know about you. I don't want to count all those zeros. I find this much easier to read. All right. Anyway, I hope everyone has a little bit more of an idea of how you calculate multiplication and division with significant figures. If you need more help, please come and ask me. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.